Hey, Detronus here. Today, on this beautiful afternoon in Pandaria, nice, quiet, peaceful, and frankly abandoned because, man, this expansion lasted too long. But I'm going to show you how to replace the Warrior, Whirlwind, and Wild Strike abilities with basically any sound you want. Because basically any sound is better than these abilities' current sounds. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Here, this is Wild Strike. People on the forums for years have been asking for a new sound. Instead of that, like a wet fish slapping a potato sack on a couch. I don't know what that is. Here's the Whirlwind sound. People hate this too. The sound goes on for like 3 seconds after the animation is over. It's so annoying, and it feels so dull. Like a little fan blowing around that you just can't stop. But today, we can stop it. I will show you now how to change these two abilities into any sound you want. And it is not against the terms of use agreement. Blizzard allows you to replace sounds, and if they didn't, add-ons wouldn't really exist, would they? Because almost every add-on out there replaces or changes a sound in some way. So, let's get to it. Alright, well, let's start trying to change that horrible Wild Strike and Whirlwind sound for you to any sound you want, basically. First, in the description, you'll notice I have 3 links. One is to nexusmods.com, which is the best site to go to for Skyrim mods. And here, there's a particular mod called Improved Combat Sounds with tons of really interesting is a stupid word to describe this. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. It's actually really awesome, brutal, vicious sounding weapon attacks. And some of these sounds, it's all for free. Part of the stipulation for making Skyrim mods, Bethesda says, is you can't distribute them for a cost. And so this is all free stuff. Just make sure you thank the mod author, Judgefredd in this case, and we'll download this later for some extra selection in sounds to replace Wild Strike or Whirlwind. Second, you have a link that goes to wowhead.com's sound library, and that'll help us track down the way we should rename the files. And thirdly, this is an online audio converter, and this will help us change the file types into .ogg, which is the sound format type that we need to replace the WoW sounds. So let's go ahead and start with Wild Strike. Right here, I have some cat sounds, and all these sounds, I guarantee you, are better than the original Wild Strike sound. So let's take this one. This is a nice meow. You want to take it, just save it to your desktop, and it could be any file type you want. This one's a .wav, it just so happens. Secondly, you want to go to this website that I gave you the link for, and you want to, let's go back, you should be on this page, and I'll make sure the link is given to you on this page. You want to select choose file, pick the cat sound you just downloaded, so you open that, now it's uploaded, now convert that file, and it'll convert it into a .ogg, and ask you to save it again. Just save it back to your desktop. So here it is. This is the file type we want, and the sound type we want to replace Wild Strike. Secondly, we'll close out of this for now. Go to the Wowhead sound library, type in Wild Strike. Apply filter. Boom, here it is. Here's... Oh! That's what it sounds like. Ew, so gross. A wet cat slapping a fish upside... I don't know what that is. Click it again, and here, theoretically, if you copied this whole thing and pasted it into your WoW chat box, it would play the sound Wild Strike in the game. But we don't want to do that. We want to change the sound. So after this section right here, you want to copy spell _WR Wild Strike cast.ogg. You want to take that, Control-C it, Control-C that mother, rename this whole file that you just got out of your audio converter, rename it to that. So now we're good to go. Close that out, pull up a shortcut, if you have one made, to your World of Warcraft main file. This is where you'll find cache, data, and whatnot. Create a file called sound. Inside that folder, create another folder called Spells. And now, take this file that you have here. This is your cat sound, and it's replacing the Wildstrike sound. And what this folder does is it overrides the sound files within the game. And it's perfectly compatible with Blizzard's Terms of Use Agreement. So do not worry, do not worry. And so, you should have a cat sound for your Wildstrike. Or hey, here's a duck sound. Alright, now that we got our Wildstrike sound, let's try getting our Whirlwind sound replaced for the warrior. And we'll go with something a little bit more serious than a cat this time. First, you want to go to your Skyrim link that I provided. It takes you to the nexusmods.com website. You want to register, it's free. It's really easy to, and you'll be glad you did, because this mod has some awesome sound effects in it. And once you registered for nexusmods.com, go to this mod, go to Files, and press Download Manually. And here, what I did previously is I just saved it to a folder I have on my desktop. You should do the same thing. Here. And so my folder, boom, is right here. And so what you want to do is just extract it. I already did, so it's asking me if I want to replace it. And then you'll produce a sound folder when you extract it. Go into that sound folder, and you'll have various options on categories on what you want the sounds to sound like. There's a lot of choices here. Let's go into some bash. Let's play some, test them out. Man, that sounds meaty, doesn't it? Oh, man, that sounds like it hurts, alright? I love these sounds. Ooh, broken, that was like a blade hitting some armor. Let's do some impact sounds. Here's a blade, two-hand, hitting some flesh. Oh, man! These sounds are 5,000 times better than Wildstrike or Whirlwind in the game. Yeah, let's try, some axe large. Oh, man, that sounds powerful. Oh, extra little gurgle on the end on that one. Dang. Let's, man, which one? I don't know. Let's do this one. Let's just copy it. Paste it to your desktop. Here, let me get rid of all this other stuff I have on here. So we got our sound file that we want to replace Whirlwind with. It could be whatever. I chose that one just to test this out. You don't need this site anymore. Now you want to go to your audio converter and you want to select the file that you just downloaded to your desktop. Whatever sound you want to replace Whirlwind with. And that is going to be the Weapon Impact Large Axe Flesh. Yeah. Sounds really awesome. So let's upload that, and it converts it to the OGG file. We want to re-download that. Let's re-download that again to the desktop. So here's our new file. Now we want to rename it. So go to your wowhead.com sound library, type in Whirlwind. You'll get a list of results. These are all the sounds in the game that have Whirlwind in their title, or in their path. And so, we want Whirlwind short. That's that one. Alright, listen. You want that for your Whirlwind sound or this? Yeah. Alright. Choice is obvious. Whirlwind short. Let's change this crap. And so you click on that twice, and you, again, if you pasted this into your chat box in World of Warcraft, it would play the Whirlwind sound in-game. But we want to just snag this little portion off the path. So copy whirlwindshort.ogg and replace all that. Make sure you don't copy OGG here and leave OGG here, and so you have a double file extension. So you just want it to look like this, whirlwindshort.ogg. OGG, how many times do I have to say OGG? Now go to your World of Warcraft main folder, and you should have the sound folder created. If not, create it. If you don't have a spells folder in here, create it. And in here, want to take your whirlwind sound and make sure it's the only one named this in here. And now this sound here is going to override whatever sound is in the World of Warcraft game originally, which is that blowing dandelions in people's faces for fun. Alright, not swinging a sword around at mass speed. So here. Oh, no, do not click that. What are you doing? Opening a file? Alright, we're safe. So now you can test it. You got your stuff in here ready to go. You got your Wildstrike and Whirlwind. Let's go ahead and jump into the game and hear what they sound like. Alright, so here's our sounds. Now we got Wildstrike sounding like this. Oh, what a pleasant sound. So much better and improved over the original version, aren't I right? And our Whirlwind sounds like this. Man, that sounds beefy. You hear that? Here, let's do it again. Listen. Oh! It sounds powerful, and because the animation doesn't even last as long as the original sound, or it just goes on like 3 seconds after you spin for some reason, just having a sound like that, a back slap to the face, powerful sounding, brutal sounding, vicious sounding, I'll take that any day. And then if you want to play around, you got your cat, you got your duck, you got whatever sound you want, and that's the great part about this. Well, I hope my video entertained you, I hope it informed you, and I hope you have a better time playing on your warrior now, because he actually sounds like a warrior. Enjoy, friends.